it's Marlena Moon, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's reading, you can expect to hear about what it is that makes people fall in love with you and what makes you so attractive to others. I'm also going to try to pick up on if anyone is in love with you or is currently obsessing over you. For those of you who are new, hello, and please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Marlena, and I am a psychic medium here on YouTube, and I like to help others interpret the messages that the universe have been trying to communicate using tarot and my intuition. How my channel works is I present different options for you to choose with your intuition, and then, once you're ready for your reading, you can find the timestamp listed in the description below. This is a general reading, so please take what resonates and throw away what doesn't. Take as much time as you need to meditate with these options, and once you're ready, I will meet you at your reading. Welcome, pile number 1. For all of y'all who chose the first pile, this is going to be your reading. Wow, pile number 1, right off the bat, I can tell that you are such an attractive person. Like, goodness gracious. You have the looks, but not only do you have the looks, but there's something that tells me that you have like a beautiful voice. Your voice is gorgeous. It's just very comforting and soothing and makes people really feel good whenever you're talking. You might be somebody who that is actually a sole focus of your life. You might be somebody who focuses in communications, or you speak to a lot of different people often. But that's something that people notice about you, is that you have a wonderful way of communicating, and you also have a beautiful voice, is what Spirit just said. And not to mention you're like super, super attractive. I heard some of y'all are brunette, is what I just heard. If not, that's okay, but that's just like a little general thing. But I do see that you are somebody who is very self-assured. Very self-assured. Your confidence is very bright. So I'm feeling this could be a Taurus sun, Gemini sun, Leo sun. I'm definitely seeing that you are just somebody who has a beautiful voice. And so let's see what else is the first thing that people notice about you. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. So I definitely feel like some Geminis are tapping in here. Expect powerful change. And you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. So yeah, guys, I do see that there is a lot of communication happening. There's a lot of throat chakra energy coming from this pile, as well as there's a nurturing aspect too whenever it comes to the way that you speak to people. So you're very personable. You're somebody who can really get down on someone else's level and make them feel good about themselves, or you can make them feel just better in general. You're the kind of person that people like to come to whenever they need to talk about life or about just what's going on in their day. I definitely see that you're somebody who has a lot of healing aspect to them whenever they are speaking. And that holds a lot of people's attention. They think that that is so cool that they can just sit there and talk to you and they feel comfortable talking to you. A lot of people have an issue with trusting others whenever it comes to being able to confide. And you are the person that they feel comfortable confiding in. And that's a beautiful trait, guys. I love that so much. I also see that you are a hard worker, and that's something that goes noticed. And I heard you work hard and you play hard. So you have that balance of being able to work really hard, get what you need to get done, and then you're able to just like chill and relax. Serious Taurus energy right there. So you're able to just knock it all out, get it done with, super organized, figure it out. We finished it. We don't need to work on this for too long. And then after that, we can just R&R, rest and relaxation, and we are chilling. And that's something that people can not identify, but that's something that people really enjoy with you as well. They can, again, it's that sense of comfortability. They feel like they can let go around you. You are somebody who has both sides of that coin, is what I heard. You're able to buckle down and be serious and get what you need to get done, but then you're also able to relax, leave work at work, and then come home and just chill and relax. I also heard that you have really pretty eyes for some reason with the 8 of Cups over here. I see her, and whenever you look at her, she's got like really big eyes, and she looks sad, but Spirit just wanted me to really focus in on the fact that she has really pretty eyes. So I feel like you have really pretty eyes, and then again with that sense of comfortability, people are really able to let go and be themselves and have a good time with you, and that's something that is extremely admirable. And I see that that's something that people really appreciate about you. You're also able to help people see that it's okay to let things go, like especially like whenever people come and confide in you and they have these emotional moments with you. Spirit says that you're actually able to uplift them, and you're able to help them see that they don't need to be as disappointed or as sad, or you're able to validate them and for them to be able to move on properly and grieve properly to carry on and live a better life. Spirit also wanted me to point out that you are somebody who has like a rocking body. I just heard that you have a rocking body, and that's something that people also really notice about you. You're somebody who takes care of themselves really well. You're able to, I hear strength training is something that you're very good at. You're very good at working out. You're good at making like your hair look good. And going back to the eyes over here, you're able to like do your makeup really, really well. And these are all just like little physical things that could maybe clarify or confirm that this is for you, but this is just something that Spirit's just pointing out to me as to what people are looking and noticing whenever they see you. People see you and they think, goodness gracious, they literally have it all. They've got this rocking body, they've got these beautiful eyes, and for some reason this new moon eclipse just made me think of like a pupil and like just like how explosive of color that you could possibly have in your eyes. Just like this beautiful, maybe blue or green is what I just heard from Spirit. Or you like to do your eyeshadow really pretty, and like you like to do your makeup really pretty is what I just heard. But you're somebody who can really put themselves together very well, and you just have this beautiful voice, and you have this wonderful way of making people feel so comfortable. That is just so great. Oh my gosh, guys, that was so great. So I did pull a few cards to kind of see if we can pull anything about this person that is crushing on you currently. So let's see if this resonates. They could possibly be a Cancer, sun, moon, or rising. But I do see that they could be a bit of like a quirky person. They like to maybe do puzzles, or they like to play video games, or they're very interested in just like the like outer space, and they just like they kind of march to their own drum is what I'm hearing. They've just got a really different outlook on life, and they really like to express that. This is somebody who definitely doesn't really give a crap about what other people think about them. There's somebody who they just really like to do their own thing and listen, and I hear a free spirit. They're very free spirited, and there's somebody who can really teach you different things is what I just heard. That they're not into the same things that you're into. They're actually very like off, like, I don't want to say like off the wall, but a little bit off the wall, like just to kind of just really different from what you typically would go for. There's somebody who you I feel like you probably have like just different views, different outlooks on life. So they might be really into just really funky things, you know, like they could be into collecting certain things and you've just never ever thought about collecting that, you know, and that's just kind of their main thing. And they're really about, I'm gonna say crystals because I'm super into crystals, you know, like they just really like crystals and that's just not your thing. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. Never really thought about that, but yeah, cool. And you kind of like learn different things from them is what I'm hearing. I feel like I'm rambling, so I'm just gonna keep going. I hear that they're a very sweet person though. They're somebody who is very nurturing, very comforting. They probably are emotional, which is probably why the reason why they like you so much is because you make them feel comforted. They really enjoy being with you because they feel like they can actually talk to you. And if they are a Cancer, then I know that I'm a Cancer rising, so I for sure know that I love being able to have that emotional connection with somebody. And if I feel like I can open up and talk to you, then shoot, I'll probably try to make you my best friend because that's something that is rare for some people. And I feel like you're the kind of person who makes them feel like they can be themselves, as quirky as they are, as off the wall as they are. They really enjoy that you accept them for who they are. And even though y'all have different outlooks in life, and even though y'all have different like just different niches, you know, like y'all just run in different circles, y'all have different kinds of interests, and that's just because y'all have different interests, you don't make them feel alienated, is what I just heard. You make them feel comfortable in their own skin. I see that this person most likely has a lot of like a lot of emotional turmoil. I feel like they are most likely insecure about a lot of things, probably insecure about maybe their hobbies or what they're into, or just maybe their image in general. I'm hearing something about they probably like to do their hair differently, or they do their style is just different. And so I feel like they might be a little insecure about it, just because again, they feel comfortable with you, but they also put on a mask, is what I heard. They put on a mask for other people, and they're able to take that down with you. So they might be a little insecure about a few things. They might be a little emotional, but you make them feel like they are allowed to be who they are. You make them feel comfortable, again, in their own skin. I hear that their heart chakra is blocked. I hear that they're very much trying to keep it cool. They admire you from a distance, is what I just heard. And they're very in tune with you as just to like what they're doing, what you're doing. Y'all are like, I feel like y'all are friends. I feel like when something's off with you, they're able to tell as well. That's just how close y'all are. Like not in a weird way. I just feel like they know you. They know. They might be a really good friend of yours, is what I heard. They might be a really good friend. I see that y'all hang out a lot by yourselves, most likely. But I also see that they don't want to let you know that they like you or they have feelings for you, just because they might, again, I feel like they're insecure about it, or they're unsure. Their heart chakra is closed. So I feel like we have a lot of insecurities going on. There's racing thoughts, is what I heard. I feel like they think that they're not good enough for you. They look at you and they're like, you're just this perfect, beautiful person, and they feel like you're out of their league, is what I just heard. They feel like you are out of their league, and they are nervous to try to pursue you, is what I just heard. I do feel like if y'all did try anything, it is very likely that this will be a really beautiful relationship. Y'all seem to understand each other very well. Y'all seem to bounce off of each other really well. And I do think that this is something that you most likely would thoroughly enjoy if you reached out and you tried to. I feel like this little boy, he's so cute. Look at him, look how cute he is. I feel like he's like showing her like, hey, I like you, and she's like, oh, you do, you like me? And she's like so like bashful about it. I feel like that would be them with you. Like if you were to reach out and be like, hey, if there's like, say like the feeling, like if you know who this person is, and I'm just throwing this card all over the place. Okay, there you go. If you did reach out and you did make the effort, and if you were like, hey, like I actually like you, if the feelings are reciprocated, this could be something that would be very prosperous for y'all in the romantic way. Y'all, I feel like y'all would really vibe with each other. Y'all seem like y'all are very close anyways, despite your romantic feelings or not. You do seem that y'all two really do get along. But this would be a really beautiful relationship, and something tells you that y'all might actually end up getting married if that's the case. However, Spirit does want me to just to let you know that every relationship has its issues, right? So if this were a relationship that y'all did end up pursuing, there might be some codependency issues. So you might rely too much on each other. Say you'll happen to just click that much, and your entire world just starts revolving around each other, and you might phase other people out in the background is what I just heard. So it's very easy for y'all to just be consumed with each other and not make room for other people in your lives. And Spirit just wants me to let you know that that's, you're more than welcome to spend as much time with your partner as you want to, as your partner, as y'all's life, and can't tell y'all what to do. However, it is good to keep in mind that there could be some codependency within y'all's relationship, and just to be wary and to ensure that you keep your friends close and make sure that your family is still involved in everything. And if you do speak with your family, or just make sure that the people who are close to you stay close as well, should you pursue this relationship. But I think that that's all I have for y'all today, guys. I hope that this resonated. If it did, feel free to give a like, subscribe, all the things. And I really appreciate y'all stopping by today. But until next time, I will see you. Bye. Hey there, pile number 2. Thanks for stopping by your reading. For all of y'all who chose the second pile, this is going to be for you. Wow, pile number 2. So the first thing that people notice about you is that you literally have the ability to manifest anything. You take your dreams and you take your resources around you, and you literally make it your own. Like, you go out there and you take action, and you are somebody who goes and gets what you need to get done, and get what you want to get accomplished. And you have this beautiful sense of calm, serene wisdom, and just this dreamy sort of way about you. You're someone who is just very chill, you're very smart. I heard that you're very, very bright, especially with that fire going on here. That is very bright. I'm also hearing that if you wear makeup, you might wear a lot of red lipstick, and that's something, or just like very warm colors, very warm eyeshadow, very warm lipstick, just very bright, something that pops is what I've heard, something that just makes you go pow. But Spirit is saying that that's something that people really notice about you right off the bat too, is that you do really beautiful makeup, or like your lips stand out to me is what I just heard. Your lips stand out, and that you also have really good nails. Yes, I heard that you have really good nails. Anyways, but you're somebody who's able to pick up that vision that you have, or pick up whenever you have a goal that you have set for yourself. You don't let anybody stop you. You're the kind of person who goes and gets it. We have that Mars card out here, so you might be maybe also an Aries if that's possible for you. We could have an Aries, Aquarius, also Pisces, possibly even a Scorpio. But I'm getting a lot of just really intense energy. I'm getting an intense energy. So you're very smart. You're very. I'm also getting a little intimidated as well. I'm feeling a little intimidated by this pile. It's part of the reason why I feel like I can't speak very clearly. You're so nonchalant about it too. Like, you surrender to the process, you surrender to the universe. Like, you just trust that this is going to happen. What you believe in is going to happen, and you know it. Whatever you're manifesting, what you're working on, your goals, you just surrender to the process. You take action, you do what you need to do. Like, you know exactly what you need to do in order to get there, and you just let go. You say, it's fine, I've done all I can. I let go to the process. Universe, you've got me. And you have this sense of stability that people crave, is what I just heard. You're so brilliant, and it really appears that you have everything going on for you. Like, you've got it all together, is what Spirit just said. You've got it all together. And that is very intimidating to people, but I see that that's something that is one of the very first things that they notice about you, is that you are very intimidating in a good way, like in the sense of, dang, they know exactly what they want, they know exactly what they're doing. I need to step up in order to meet this person. Like, this person is never going to reduce their standards for me. Like, I need to step up for this person, is the kind of energy that I'm getting whenever I'm looking at this pile. Like, step up if you want to compete, kind of thing. Like, if you want to play, get in the game, let's go. And you were just about it. I love that. Heck yes. And I see that you might have a little bit of a hothead, or you just might be like not a hothead, but you might be somebody who is just extremely passionate. Just, you come across very you come across very, very passionate, very action oriented. You're someone who starts it and ends it, and whenever you start it, you start running. You run with it, and you go all the way until it is done. Oof. You believe in the impossible. Do you hear that, guys? You believe in the impossible, and you're somebody who, again, you transform your dreams into reality, and you don't believe in impossible. Impossible doesn't exist for you, because if it's impossible, then you just need to adjust it, is what I just heard. You make it work. You adjust what needs to get adjusted in order to make your goals become fulfilled. Like, you are such a driven person. It makes other people want to believe in the impossible as well. Like, I heard that you are just a natural born leader, and you're somebody who inspires others. You make people realize what needs to be changed within themselves whenever they surround themselves in your energy. And this energy is making me want to go do things too. Like, I'm like, I got a bunch of things to do. I should probably make a list on what I need to get done later, after I'm done shooting. But that's the kind of energy that I'm picking up from this pile. Like, you really want to elevate yourself to the highest potential that you can be, and other people around you find that energy is contagious, and so they want to step up as well whenever they're around you. You a boss, is what I just heard. You a boss. Heck yes, yes. So you are the Queen of Wands, is what you are such a passionate person, and you know exactly, guys, what the heck? You know exactly what you're gonna do. Once you get that idea, you're like, all right, I know exactly what I'm gonna do, and I make it happen. Like you are the magician. You like legitimately are the magician. People love being around your energy because they just like watch this process flow. They watch you. It's like you dream of something, you birth something out, you dream of something, and it's like you somehow just automatically it happens. You manifest it into fruition, and it just comes, and you again here goes this whole cycle. Like you have this goal, you have this dream, you're just a passionate person, you do exactly what you need to do, you know exactly what you need to do in order to make it work, you surrender to the process, and the universe takes over. And people love that about you. They find that energy is so attractive. You can make something out of nothing, is what I just heard. Like you literally take your dreams and other people's dreams too, I hear. So you might do a lot of different things. Like I heard maybe like a life coach or something, or like you might be like someone who's in a lot of influence, is what I just heard. You're somebody who's in the spotlight a lot of the time. Spirit is saying that you motivate other people to get the job done in order to be as successful as they can be. You push people so hard in order to make them succeed, and not in like the sense of like you push them super super hard. Again, you surrender a lot of the time. You surrender to that process and you let them grow. Like you are the kind of person who teaches a man to fish, and they find that is so transformative for them. You are able to transform not only an idea into a reality, but you're able to transform people into the best versions of themselves, and you give them the keys to do that. So I pulled a few cards to see if there's anybody who has a crush on you, and maybe this will clarify something if in case if you know them or if you meet this person. So I got that they could possibly be a Capricorn, the boss. They could be your boss, but somebody who has is in authority. They could be a boss, but someone who is very serious, very ambitious. I'm hearing like very like King, Queens of Swords energy. Just somebody who is very hardworking. They might have their own business, but they have their eyes on you, especially with, I see this opposition balance and Chiron healing. I'm seeing that they most likely, they probably interact with you a lot. I see that y'all might do the exact same thing. Maybe y'all both have the same job, or maybe y'all are in the same field. Maybe you run by each other every once in a while, but I'm seeing like there's like tends to be like a meetup with y'all whenever y'all do meet, and y'all do see each other and interact. And it does seem that this person is a very like healing kind of person. So there's somebody who identifies with you whenever you are speaking with them in that dreamy sense. And this person, even though that they are in some sort of authority position, they do have a really nice soft side to them. So they could be somebody who has gone through a lot in their life, and they might be like more of like a sensitive kind of person. I hear that they have really pretty eyes, is what I heard, just because I see this eye right here. They've got really pretty eyes, and that's something that you notice about them. But they are somebody who's very calm, cool, and collected. And whenever they come around you, they watch you from a distance, is what I just heard. They're like watching you like walk across the room kind of thing. But they definitely have some sort of sweetness about them. They have this very like softness about them. So I hear that they are somebody who knows exactly what to say, when to say it. So they're somebody of little words, but they mean what they say when they say it. So they're very grounded. There's somebody who is very disciplined. I hear that they've gone through a lot, but I do hear that they're very ambitious, and they appreciate how ambitious you are as well. And that's something that really, really draws them to you, is because they feel like y'all are on the same wavelength. Like there's balance to this relationship. Y'all both are on the same vibrational frequency. So whenever they get in touch with you, or whenever they do meet up with you, there's this sense of balance. There's this sense of peace. There's this sense of understanding, because they work just as hard, is what I heard. They work just as hard, and they find it very attractive, because they find it very attractive in you that you work this hard, because that's what they're looking for. I heard that they're looking for somebody. It's like they're looking in the mirror whenever they look at you, is what I just heard. It's like they're looking in the mirror when they're looking at you, because they recognize the hard work and dedication that you put into your craft as well, that they put into theirs. And that's something that they are just obsessed over. They just love that so much about you. And so I pulled out a few other cards just to kind of describe them. So I got the Hermit in reverse, the King of Swords. Look at that, the King of Swords, the Page of Coins, and the Hanged Man in reverse. They definitely like you. They just don't know how to do this. So it's most likely that they do know you professionally, and they just don't want to like intermingle with the professional, dipping your pen in the company ink is what they say, right? And Spirit is saying that they're still working on themselves. They're still working on building their own. And so that's part of the reason why they haven't approached you yet. They're still in that beginning phases. So I feel like they feel intimidated by you, is what I just heard. They feel intimidated because they are working so hard for what they're wanting to do, for what they're trying to do. And they've gotten this far so far, but they may not feel that it's far enough down their journey. But Spirit is saying that they're kind of like doing this to themselves. They're in a standstill for themselves because of themselves. Like they're putting these thoughts into their own head. They are making themselves feel less worthy than they really actually are, is what Spirit just said. I hear that they're still trying to build like their firm foundation. Like they're grounded in the sense that they know what they need to have to offer to you before they can make themselves available to you, is what I just heard. However, again, I do feel like they are being a little hard on themselves when it comes to that. So this is somebody who, if you did decide to reach out to and say you did recognize who this person is through this reading, and you reached out to them and you approached them first, I do believe that they would say yes, and they would be more than happy to try to see where this goes. But I do feel like they aren't the ones who are going to be approaching you because they feel like they aren't good enough. However, if you came up to them and you told them, hey, I like you, let's try to go and see a movie, or let's go get dinner and let's go hang out, I believe that they will be over the moon about it. Over the moon about it, because there's a serious attraction between y'all. And Spirit is saying that there's definitely some like honeymoon phases that y'all will be going through, but this is most likely like a soulmate for you because of how much y'all put effort into yourselves. This is somebody who could potentially give you a very, very fulfilling relationship. And it's clear that there's definitely an attraction there because you think that this person is just the bee's knees. They think that you're the bee's knees. There will be a happy relationship there. And guys, I'm clairaudient, so I leave all of my notifications on whenever I am reading, just so that way I can get that little confirmation from Spirit. And I just heard a little ding, so that is Spirit's confirmation saying, yes, in fact, you will find this person attractive. You do find them attractive. They find you attractive. This is going to be somebody who is a serious potential soulmate for you. And y'all are going to go through the amazing honeymoon phase, and y'all are just going to be over the moon for each other, is what I just heard. And I believe that that is all that I have for y'all today. I hope that this resonated with you, pile number 2. If this did resonate, then please feel free to give a like, subscribe, all the things with the little notification bell. But I will see y'all in the next one. Bye! Hey there, group number 3. Thanks for stopping by your reading. For all of y'all who chose the 3rd pile, this is going to be for you. Pile number 3. Oh my gosh. So right off the bat, the kind of energy and vibes that I got is that this is like the, like, air quote, like, bad boy of the group, or you know what I mean? Like, this is like the mysterious, grungy. You just definitely have this like little bit of like edgy, bad boy, bad girl, bad influence kind of vibe to you. And guys, that is so sexy. Let me tell you about it. That is just so hot. And people look at you and they think, ooh, they're bad news bears, but I like it. And that's the kind of vibe that I got. Whether it's like you just have like this reputation about you that people really they're not intimidated by it, but they find you very mysterious. They find you very alluring. They really want to get to know you. They want to get to know you like deep down, but for some reason it's hard for them to get to that side of you, just because you are that mysterious person. You are that like Bruce Wayne of the group. You know what I mean? Like, you definitely have these deep emotion, Scorpio vibes. I'm definitely getting some Scorpio vibes out of this group. So you are very attractive in that sense, because people really want to get to know you. People want to feel like they're close to you, and there's always this wall up with you for whatever reason. And maybe these people just aren't who you really want to get to know, or you know, maybe that's just not your cup of tea right now. Maybe you're just too focused on doing your own thing, or seeking your own happiness is what I just heard. But I do hear that this is you are somebody who people, they find very sexy, very alluring. They find you very, like, I hear that they lust after you. You're super attractive. I hear you've got like a really, really good bone structure is what I just heard. You've got like really awesome cheekbones. You've got a really nice nose. Like, your eyebrows, like your eyebrow bones are on point. Like, there's just something about the way your facial structure is just super, super sexy and very seductive is what I heard. You're very seductive. You're very, you're like a very secretive, mysterious person, and that makes people really want to get to know you, and they find you very sexy because of that. Let's see what else. The energy is gaining momentum. Conclusions are within reach. And then look at the bigger picture. So something else that people are noticing about you is that you are you're somebody who looks at the bigger picture. You're not someone who bogs yourself down on the little minute details, and you are a go-getter. You're an action, you're an answer seeker is what I just heard. You're an answer seeker, and so the moment you look for that answer, or you have a question, you go and you find it. Like, you are that person who seeks it out. Like, you are going to go to the root of the problem. Like, you're going to go and figure that out. You're somebody who likes to debunk things is what I just heard. You're someone who likes to get down to the nitty-gritty of everything and really pick it apart to where you understand it fully. You want to solve the mystery and everything else, is what I just heard. You want to be that person to come up with that answer. Like, you love it whenever you have figured it out. Like, once you have that little aha moment, you're like, oh, I solved it, we're good. You move on to the next thing, and you're constantly seeking new information, and you're constantly trying to learn and teach yourself new different things. And that is something that people find so attractive about you, because you're just so bright in that sense that you really do teach yourself in a lot of sense. Like, I hear that you're a self-taught learner in a lot of things. Like, you're someone who can pick up a book, read it, and understand everything, and just, again, carry on to the next challenge. And that's something that people are left in awe about, because they don't have the same ability that you have. And they look at you and they're like, dang, that girl, that guy, that person, they got it going on. They know. I love how they are always asking the right questions, is what I just heard. Someone thinks they are always asking the right questions. And people wonder where you come up with those things from. Like, people are like, where does this come from? Like, where did you get this? Like, what sparked that idea, or what sparked that question? And that's something that's very attractive, because it's like, it's almost like people almost envy that about you, that they can, or that you can think that way. You can think so outside of the box, is what I just heard. Alrighty, and what else about you guys? That's right, energy, gaining momentum, the chariot. We got the chariot, guys. You are such a fast worker, and I hear that you are also very, like, in tune with your emotions. Like, you know exactly what you need, you know exactly who you need. You're not afraid to put up boundaries where you need to put up boundaries, and that's something that is very, very attractive to people too, because you aren't someone who lets people take advantage of them, is what I just heard. You're not somebody who lets people take advantage of them. I also hear that you might be a bit of a flirt. With this Page of Cups, you might be a little bit of a flirt. But in a really good way. You're a hopeless romantic, is what I heard. You're a hopeless romantic. You're looking for somebody who is able to find that emotional fulfillment with you. You're looking for somebody who can meet your emotional depth, is what I just heard. You're looking for somebody who would be able to, who will be able to handle it. I hear that you might be very, very aggressive in your relationship, but like in a good way. Like, you're a very passionate person, and I'm hearing that you tend to intimidate people in that sense, because they aren't able to love as heavy or as deep as you. You have a lot of depth to you, is what I hear, and that's brilliant. That's very beautiful. Especially if you are a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or even a Scorpio Venus, or I do hear that you do have a lot of passion within you. There's like an ocean of emotion within you that you don't like people to see. And so you typically keep up a barrier, and you keep up that boundary, and you try to not wear a mask, but you do try to keep that mysterious, that low-key sense of, this doesn't faze me, or this doesn't bother me, or you really do try to be stoic, is what I heard. Stoic, is that the word that I'm looking for? But aloof. You do try to maintain that aloofness around people. Like, that's part of the reason why you maintain this sense of mystery around everybody, is because you're trying to see what their true intentions are, because you're the seeker. You're always trying to seek out the answers to everything, and I feel like you are seeking out the true intentions within people, and people can sense that you see right through them, and that is something that's very attractive to them, because they can't hide themselves from you. they feel like you are able to really see them for who they are. Like, I see you're somebody who watches. Like, you're somebody who watches their actions and watch how people act whenever no one's looking. And that's something that's very important to you, is how do people act whenever they are alone, or like what are their true characteristics of this person, is what I heard. That you really seek someone who is real. You're looking for something that's very, very real. And when people get to know you and they notice that, they find that very, very attractive, because the people who are attracted to you, they're going to be looking for that real thing too. Exactly. So the person who is into you is looking for that intimacy. They're looking for that intimacy. They're looking for that harmony in that relationship, and they're looking to get to cross that edge, cross that ledge, get over that friendship, that friendship line is what I just heard. But they do thoroughly enjoy the friendship that you do have. They think that you are just such a wonderful person. They think that you are brilliant. You are genuinely brilliant. They think that you are creative, and they are creative as well. And they think that y'all would flow together very easily. The person that is into you is most likely blue eyes. I heard blue eyes. Spirit is telling me all sorts about eyes this entire reading. First pile I was talking about, and third pile, everybody had something about eyes. But especially like with this telescope, and then I get this blue geode over here. I feel like it's just a very blue eyes. Anyways, but this is somebody who you can feel normal around. This is somebody who is very, very friendly with you. You most likely are friends, or if you're not friends, then you'll become friends. Y'all have a lot of interests together. Y'all might play like the same games, or y'all might listen to the same music, or y'all might have the same kind of like belief systems. But I do see that there's a lot of similarities between y'all, but there's a lot of discoveries as well. So you teach them something, and then they teach you something as well. So there's this sense of flow and balance between your relationship, and y'all are just constantly able to bounce off of each other, and you enjoy each other's energy. You enjoy each other's company. I hear that this is somebody who works very hard for what they want. They might not be in the most financial best standing, but they definitely work very hard. If they do work, whatever work that they do have, their job, they work very hard at it. But I do see that they might have some poor spending habits. They might not save the way that they need to save. But they also, I heard that they might have just moved, or they might have just gone through like some serious like breakup, or some sort of something happened in their relationship that I feel like is making them is causing this financial situation for them. Most likely they had to move. There's something that they had to move on from that has caused them this financial turmoil. However, I do see that they might not be the most responsible with their money at the end of the day. They might have not been responsible, and that's the reason why they had to walk away from something that they walked away from. Or there just might have been not very good planning. And I hear that they're not a very grounded person. They might have their head up in this clouds a lot of the time. They might be a really big dreamer. They might have really big ideas that might cost them money. But I hear that they might also be somebody who they balance between different things. So they might want to go to school and do something, and then they might change their major a few times, or they might and so that's causing them to just stay in school and spend more money, or they might not have found the job that they're wanting to work at yet, so they're bouncing around different jobs. But whatever that looks like for them, I do think that there is a little bit of a financial issue with them, but they are walking away from things that don't serve them. However, they're not being very grounded about it, is what I am hearing. So I did ask what kind of relationship y'all would have if you did decide to pursue this person, if you did recognize who they were. So I heard reconciliation. So somebody, this might be an ex, this might be just a really good friend of yours who you were dating before in the past, but then decided that maybe y'all are just better as friends. But this could be a new romance sparking up, because we got new love and we also got romantic feelings. So this could be very much somebody that you do know already, that you have already had romantic feelings for in the past, you currently still have romantic feelings for, but I see this starting as a new love. So this is something that is going to start over again for you. So if this is somebody who you were with before, it looks like this is going to be a better go around this time, is what I just heard. So if you do decide to give this person a second chance, this is going to be the better chance than before. This is going to be something they definitely knew what they did wrong. They knew what happened before can't happen again. So they are able to grow. They have grown since then, is what I heard. I've heard that they've worked very hard on themselves. And they've walked away from the things that don't serve them anymore. So they've worked very hard and they've walked away from the things that are maybe toxic, or they've walked away from, or they've recognized their actions. That's what I just heard. They recognize their actions and they're ready to reconcile. They're ready for that next step in y'all's relationship again. But Spirit is saying that this is a true love. This is somebody who really, really does love you, and they have very serious feelings for you. So if you do feel like reaching out to this person, it does seem that this is a very beautiful relationship. It does seem that this is going to be much better this time around. And guys, Spirit would never tell you to go back to somebody who was toxic. So if somebody was toxic and they're trying to come back around, your guides would never, ever, ever encourage you to be with somebody who has hurt you in the past, or who makes you feel less than, or makes you really question your self-worth. Like, they would never, ever, ever encourage you to be with somebody like that. So this person, whoever this person is a good person. They have a good heart. They really, truly do love you. It does seem like they are working on walking away from the things that weren't serving them earthly, like in this earthly realm. So I do see that they aren't very grounded at the moment. However, their intentions are pure, is what Spirit just said. I think that that's all that I have for y'all today, guys. So if this resonated, go ahead and give a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!